I know something, blood. It's something that I know right now. I'm under the protection of YAHUSHA. But what I will say right now, wouldn't nobody believe it anyway. But I've come to a conclusion, blood. I've come to the conclusion that, nigga, Yahuwah, the Elohim of Elohims, is sovereign. That means he has control over everyone and everything. Every human on this earth who you think is so powerful and capable to do whatever they want is still, even if they are atheists, they don't even believe in him, they still under his authority. They'll try to do something without him involved in it, but it will always backfire. That being said, think of all of the things that are going on right now. They are just horrendous things, right? But some of the things that are absolutely horrendous, that involve harming the planet. I can't imagine God allowing Mammon, to create a device that's so destructive that it will render life as we know it void, done. And they did this without God's permission. I can't imagine that right now. Wow. His church is on the earth. But when that church leaves, when grace leaves the earth, I can imagine it did. But as far as right now, something like that occurring, I can't see it. I said that to say this. God is sovereign. He's not allowing nobody to do something that would be so devastating to his creation. He decides what goes on this earth, not Mammon. So I feel like Mammon is trying to make us feel as though they are bigger and badder than what they really are. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Now, don't get it twisted. Like I said, it will be things that will be allowed when the wrath of God falls upon the wicked. Yeah, but right now, while his church is on the earth, when I say church, I'm not talking about the brick and mortar buildings. I'm talking about the people who are sealed with his seal. That's his church. Those brick and mortar buildings are just buildings. They're not churches. The church is anybody who has accepted YAHUSHA as Christ, as Hamashiach. Yeah, dig? Point made. I hope it's a point taken. But let me put this on you though. It is things that mankind can do. Did you know that the rapture event is conditional? It's conditional upon when mankind starts to get too big for their britches. When they start thinking that they God, then God gonna say, okay, hold on. Remember the Tower of Babel? What happened then? They was trying to go up to the heavens. What happened? God said, look, if we let them do this, it's nothing that they won't be able to do. He had to slow them down. He changed their languages, scattered them. See, it's God will step in when they get too big for their britches. And since then, thousands of years ago, ain't nobody tried to get too big for their britches. But there will come a day, one day soon, that they're going to try to get too big for their britches, and it's going to be the rapture event. And that's when all hell will break loose. Now, it's going to take a good 3.5 years or so to even recuperate from the rapture event, because that's going to be mass devastation. You dig? It's going to be so many corresponding with that event, you dig? But that first 3.5 years is going to be bad. But that second 3.5 is going to be a mother. So, check out my video. You might as well thug it out. Because some of y'all going to be in that position. You might as well thug it out. Because if you do and you lose your life, you gain your life. But if you take that mark and you lose your life, your ass has lost your life. Ain't no coming back. Excuse my language. Just getting a little riled up right now. But for sure. For instance, Elon talking about everybody gonna have the, what's that chip he got? Putting people's brain. You know what I'm talking about. He's trying to get a mandate going that everybody would have one of those chips in their head this year. By the end of this year. Now, that would be an example of an event that would be deemed as a conditional event for the return of Yahusha, or the rapture event. That's not really the return of Yahusha when the rapture event's really not. Because you're not going to see Yahusha when he come and get his church. You dig? You're not going to see him physically. You ain't going to see him until he come back to defeat the beast system. But that would be an example. Let's say that Elon said, okay, we finna put this chip in everybody's brain. You think Yahuwah is gonna let you put a chip in his chosen, his people who are sealed with his seal? It's time to go. It's time to go get them. Let's go get them. Go round them up. That's what I mean. It's conditional. You dig?